Right now, the D.C. police force is under federal control. President Trump invoked a section of the Home Rule Act today to fight what he calls out-of-control crime in the district. And tonight, more federal officers are also out patrolling the streets. So just after 7 tonight, the Secretary of Interior tweeted these pictures with U.S. Park Police praising President Trump's historic move.
But despite the president's announcement, the violence did not stop. Just 9 hours later, another deadly shooting in the city. In the last 10 minutes, police told us that a man was shot and killed on 12th and M Streets in downtown D.C. We've got team coverage tonight looking at what this federal action means for our city and how it could change public safety going forward.
Yeah, let's start with our Matt Gregory. He is live at the scene of that latest deadly shooting. And Matt, what are you hearing from police and who's making the calls at MPD tonight?
Yeah, well, tonight, Lorenzo, we know that that man who is the victim here, the scene was just wrapped up, by the way, about 10-15 minutes ago. That man was pronounced dead at a hospital nearby, and the police are on a lookout for a suspect. As to who is in charge, during the press conference today, President Trump seemed to act as though he was bypassing MPD, installing Attorney General Pam Bondi and DEA head Terry Cole in charge of MPD's sort of organization. But later on at another press conference, Mayor Muriel Bowser seemed to disagree. Monday morning, the unsurprising yet shocking announcement from President Donald Trump.
I'm announcing a historic action to rescue our nation's capital from crime, bloodshed, bedlam, and squalor, and worse.
President Trump citing what he calls rising crime levels in the nation's capital, despite MPD and FBI numbers to the contrary, says he will use provisions of D.C.'s Home Rule Charter to federalize police.
Declaring public safety emergency in the District of Columbia, and Attorney General Pam Bondi, who's fantastic, is taking command of the Metropolitan Police Department as of this moment.
President Trump says MPD will now report to Attorney General Bondi as well as new interim federal commissioner of police, Terry Cole.
When you walk down the street, you're going to see police or you're going to see FBI agents. We're going to have a lot of agents on the street.
But around the block at the Wilson building,
we will follow the law, though there's a question about the subjectivity of that declaration.
Mayor Muriel Bowser tried to give clarity on what this means for D.C.'s police force.
Nothing about our organizational chart has changed.
Except one thing has. While Mayor Bowser told reporters Chief Pamela Smith will still run the operations and report to her, MPD now falls under a federal umbrella.
The executive order makes clear that all requests for MPD services, the president delegates to Attorney General Bondi.
And what if AG Bondi's plans and D.C.'s don't align?
I don't want to speculate about that. The executive order, as is the Home Rule Charter, is pretty clear that the directives have to be, the requests have to be related to federal purposes.
Now, Secretary of Defense Pete Hegseth also said that the D.C. National Guard will be out in the streets over the coming days, but he did not specify on where or whether or not they would be armed. In Northwest D.C., I'm Matt Gregory. Back to you.
Some 800 of those National Guard members. We'll see.
And a lot of folks are wondering what that looks like.
Where will they go and what does it mean?
Matt, thank you.